with a guy's stapler. You don't mess with a guy's stapler.
Absolutely not.
You know, I want to point out something, like
The game will get started. Of course, Banneroon's about to spawn. Fly gonna be surrounded already. Fortune's End will root him in place for quite a while, and Matthew will have a very easy Remnant setup into the stun setup of Frank. A few uphill misses, but that won't matter. If they do click, it won't come out. Nice little juke out there from Crit. We never really talked about the fact, though, that it is going to be a pos for Void Spirit.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising, but I suppose it's something that you can make work. He is highly mobile just naturally. You will need to invest in some EXP for this guy to get big, but they are making it work quite well just from the laning phase.
Remnant again, just going to connect thanks to MJZ with the setup, though Crit will punish them a little bit with the swashbuckle. And they really aren't going to give up this tri-lane, huh? I was almost certain that Matthew would rotate eventually, but it looks like they are just going to keep this up.
I think it's down to just how cheap you can throw those remnants out and how fast Matthew is, so you can just keep applying this pressure.
Another remnant, but Tree will block it. Now they look to punish Matthew, chasing him down. Crit should have the damage output and does get it. Nice pickup for EG. And MNZ tried to help out on the Morphling, but with that low of a HP pool, it's a really rough lane for this Ember Spirit, though. Like, he's got no regen left, he has no runes to bottle, and he's just kind of stuck here.
Yeah, it's one of the tough things about laning against a
top lane, ran to mid, now goes back down to bot.
Amazing what you find laying around.
Does get a bounty rune for his trouble, at least. It's MJZ now. Fortune's End. Not really going to affect Crit too much. He'll just continue to chase this Oracle down. And that should be almost a guaranteed kill, though. He will try to go for the deny with the neutrals. Won't be so lucky, those neutrals. Very easy kill for Crit on the Pangolier.
Yeah, so far, EG having a decent enough time in this laning phase, despite losing that first blood early on. They are finding the farm in these side lanes, at very least, so they're still managing to get ahead there. Matthew?
Catches Fly, but it looks like Leo style just not feeling safe with the amount of HP he has right now. Matthew, he's kind of just been left alone. Leo, he'll come back in. He has one Spirit Siphon available, and he does commit it, but it's immediately cancelled off. And he will end up falling, as Crit will be the one to pick up the kill.
Right now, I don't think you wanted to lose your DP that way. A lot of time wasted down mid as well. Bit of shame, and Matthew does fall in the end as well.
Fly will be the one to pick up the kill on the Snapfire. Looks like they just kind of posture around Leo style as he TPs in. The Fortune's End, the purge off the Flame Guard from Arbet. Crit, though, still moving forward, and now they have Ramses. The Ramses kind of just sprouted himself. Doesn't really matter. They'll find MJZ. And Leo style, he just TP'd back. He just respawned. He doesn't want to die like this, but it looks like he will not have a choice in the matter. So Arbet will get a double kill. And that is going to put this Death Prophet very, very far behind. In fact, MNZ is here now. They'll just chase him down. He has Waveform available. It's copying a fair bit of damage, though. He does use it, but it's not going to help him as they are continuing to chase. Matthew Remnant will stop them from chasing him down. Matthew just going to try and escape now. But I'm quite shocked.
These rotations were happening. RTZ down bot, he's just free farming. You're at the point where your slaughter is really just not going to have an impact against this Naga Siren. And this is as free of a lane as we've seen Naga Sirens get. So it's been a good start for RTZ. He should be able to get online right in time, and MNZ up top gets jumped on.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Just strength more. Fly doesn't have Cookie to throw out, but Arbet now, he's going to rotate in on the Ember. You don't really have chains, but you definitely have a lot of damage as the Remnant now forward onto MNZ. They'll settle for MJZ instead. In fact, never mind Crit. He loses his life immediately to the Adaptive Strike and the Purifying Flames of this Oracle. So Arbet is going to continue chasing down. He does get a Sleight of Fist off. Still MGZ or MJZ. Delaying things quite a bit. Remnant onto the Morphling. Arbet won't commit it yet. False promise. They will eventually get the Oracle, and it looks like Fly does get to play catch-up.
Is under attack.
Definitely feels that way. I don't think the Morphling's the biggest issue here. I think the biggest issue for Thunder Predator is their performance on the DP. They do.
almost just gets bursted by Arteezy. In fact, Ramsey's half the follow-up damage.
Issues trying to clear out those illusions as well. We'll see whether or not that will hold up if the game reaches that point. Otherwise, EG, again, they've got a 5k lead now at 12.5 minutes in. 9-4 in terms of the kill board.
Matthew found himself a nice easy kill onto Fly. Body blocks coming out from the illusions of Abed. In fact, doing a great job of it as well. Ramses, he's going to be able to get a little bit closer. Pops the drums, doesn't get the sprout. Want the kill. He just wants the creeps. He wants to force Matthew out of the lane. Just get back his bot lane. Abed, smoke does get broken. MJZ will get caught out. Crew will take it on the Panko. In fact, they may have found more remnants forward. They really want MNZ on the Morphling. There's the chains latching. And MNZ, he just uses waveform. Rolling Thunder's probably going to be able to lock him in place the whole time. Ramses will be the one to pick up.
Yeah, again, smooth flowing here for EG, just finding all these big kills, slowing down the progress of that Morphling, although Abed
could be in trouble. We'll be able to remnant it out in time. Silence just did not last long enough. Let's get a nice little chains off onto Frank on the way out. Frank's gonna keep going. He wants Fly on the Snapfire. Fly, Pulse, or rather Fortune's End does land. Fly eventually does go down to the Crypt Swarm. Abed, very low HP, but with the Aegis, he feels confident enough to keep moving forward. Gets the chains off. Swashbuckle, though, will not connect from Crit, and now Frank, he comes back in onto the Pangolier. Silence is there. They get another. Gee, maybe have to be a little bit careful about going for kills like that, because, you know, a couple kills being given the way of Thunder.
Concerned about RTZ's Naga still free farming that top lane. They look to be wanting to play aggressively now against Frank.
Yeah, Frank snared up. Rolling Thunder wants to get from Crit, just gonna lock him down, and in case anybody else is coming, Crit has already cleared out. They see MJZ. They won't even bother trying. He'll just take the T2 tower, and Matthew could be in a little bit of trouble, but he will Astral Step away in time. And Leo style.
Yeah, Thunder Predator just not able to punish too well here. They might get punched themselves.
They could. Net on Crit, won't really lock him in place. Now Arteezy jumps in. He has Song available if he needs to, but he doesn't really, as Matthew ends up going down. This team fight looking really bad for Thunder. As well, they're only really left with the DP, and Leo style does go down to an MNZ, still trying to run away. Crit won't leave the man alone, and Abed, he'll remnant forward as well. He does have chains available in just a second, and there it is coming out. Does this Morphling survive? Maybe. With the strength morphing, it looks like he may have enough time and HP to get out of this, though no. Crit's diving the tier 3, giving vision over to Abed. They will claim the full team wipe. This team fight. That Aegis is going to expire fairly soon as well, so he will have to be a little bit careful about that. But now Arteezy, he just runs in thanks to a cookie on Fly. Won't risk too much, he does want to back off now, but he'll just commit the song. EG, are we going back in? No. Fly throws a Scatter Blast, in fact he does go for the cookie. Silence going to be there. Meanwhile, MJZ getting taken down in the back to Arteezy on the Naga. Abed, he will get chained up by MNZ. They could burst him down, though he should have a remnant available, and does. Down to Rolling Thunder again from Crit, just controlling everybody. MNZ, he's in a very, very tough position right now. Arteezy is surrounding with the mirror images. He will waveform forward, but can he get out of this? It looks like he may be able to walk out this time, but you're losing so much, and the GG War play has been called anyway.
Yeah, that was a quick first match. Really good showing from EG this time around. Thunder Predator. Otherwise, I think you just find something that can perhaps just slow down the Meepo. You might have to definitely rotate the support in there to... They're already just keeping MNZ in check. It's going to be just a bit harder for the same to kick off. Of course, once you're out of mana on the Tiramisai, you can't really apply as much damage as you'd expect.
It's very true. JZ continuously come in, throw the liquid fire out. Actually, Matthew, bot lane, ends up finding to ensure Crit can't actually get close to try and harass out MNZ on the anti-mage. It's going to keep trading away. In fact, Courier about to go down. MJZ couldn't quite finish it, so Ramses does get the regen he brought out. Krint going to continue to punish the Jakiro for even thinking about it. In fact, the impale is up, so he could go for another kill now. MJZ does stick charge up, but it will not matter. Crit does eventually find.
Far, just a fairly even game from both sides. The aggression is kind of matched up. Like, you're seeing just as much aggression from Thunder Predator down bot as you see from EG up top. They are keeping these safe lane heroes in check pretty nicely. I think the one thing that is running away right now is Abed's Meepo. Of course, not really contested too much down mid. We haven't seen the resources coming out from Thunder to slow down that Meepo, so this should be a pretty good start for Abed.
It's a little shocking though, isn't it? Like, you think they would have rotated at least the Earth Spirit down to try and go for something on this Meepo, but they have just left him alone. You did see quite a bit of harassment coming out from the Kunkka, but it's not enough, right? Because the Meepo could always just transition into the jungle and just farm up just as fast there.
Yeah, it's not going to be too hard for Abed to just escalate. That's one of the things with Meepo, as we mentioned. Once you have this clone of yours, this replicant, it's going to be easy to stack up for yourself. It's going to be easy to switch to a different farming area, and Leostyle kind of missed a window of opportunity where he could really abuse the weakness of this hero.
Well, they're going to try. X will be there on one of the Meepos. Leostyle throwing in the boat and Torrent, though Torrent doesn't really connect, and now the cookie can fly, allowing Abed to get further away, though he should still fall and does. Fly now, going to be a sitting duck. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. Leostyle will be the one to pick up a double kill on the Kunkka now. And we were just talking about it, they do eventually get there.
Yeah, it took a while, but I think walking down there on his Nyx, trying to help out. So he's just not finding as much EXP as he want. Is back up top though, and applying some harass onto the Jack.
Yeah, MJZ doesn't really have a way out of this. They will TP at least the Earth Spirit up, so Matthew going to try and help, but it's all too late anyway. So Leostyle now rotating as well on the Kunkka. They should be able to find Crit as a trade. Leostyle will be very
atrocious. I'm surprised they actually didn't opt for a lane swap, but this is a very, very bad start for AM in any case, and this is just going to mean that he's not going to find that good early battle fury that you want AMs to have going for MNZ.
So he's left the lane alone to MJZ on the Jakiro. Bot lane, bit of action going on. In fact, they're all diving down to go after Frank on this Centaur. Boat's gonna fly in onto Arteezy. They want to take down this Slaughter, but he's a little bit too tanky. In fact, never mind, he's not. Leostyle does eventually get him. Now Fly, gonna be X'd up, has nowhere to go. Matthew and Leostyle getting rid of him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna start pushing mid by the Predator. They want to open up that Dire jungle. X gonna be there, boat flying in. Fly tries to dodge it with the cookie. Will not be successful though. And that T1 gonna cop a fair bit more damage as Leostyle does have a double damage rune active. Now gonna rotate more in. But in fact, finding MNZ in his own jungle. That anti-mage trying to get some free farm in the Dire side jungle. Turns out it wasn't really
Then try to find him.
pretty close. Matthew gonna spot him out. Abed not gonna enjoy this position as he does get silenced up and slowed. He needs help. Fly comes in on the Snapfire. Still, he has no real way to heal him up, but he does throw a cookie on. That'll at least allow that Meepo cloak to get up. And now the Stampede, they just follow him down all the way. Silence him up again. Abed, he does put a tree down, but it will not be enough. Arteezy even joining in on the Slaughter, going after this Kunkka. They'll get the bash of the deeps off, and well, Leostyle, he's fairly tanky thanks to that rum buff, but it has worn off, and that should mean that Leostyle eventually just dies, as he will bury fire up now, just delaying it even longer. Earns up in front of them.
To ensure that they wouldn't have this split push whenever Ichi does decide to fight.
Ramses. They're gonna end up finding Frank on the Centaur. They are going to fight bot. X on there on crit, although boat, it will connect, but the spike carapace is going to be there in time. Now the hoof stop all on this Nyx assassin. They do get the kill, but Ramses, he wants to fight. He's got no mana to speak of, but doesn't matter. Arbid, he's chasing now on the Meepo. They don't really catch anybody. In fact, Matthew managing to roll away for now. Still, the chase is there, dropping all his rocks to this Magnetize. Gets a slow up as well, but the Magnetize not really going to do that much damage. And eventually, he does go down as Arbid. Now, going to look for another net over onto MJZ. He misses, however, but has more Meepos where that came from, and they will eventually find the secondary support in the Jakiro. Pretty viable, just go for a quick Roche. Thunder Predator, though, of course, are going to check, and Frank is going to run straight into Arteezy. The stun will be there before the hoof stomp comes out, and now the net's flying out from Arbid, and they are going to find this Centaur very, very quickly, and now they want more. Crows, much easier target. In fact, they leave him be because they want to go after Leo style on the Kunkka. The Impale doesn't land from crit, but it doesn't matter. Arteezy has the stun. There's Fly throwing in the Mortimer's Kisses now, and this poor Kunkka has nowhere to go. He is taking a lot of damage, though, but it will not matter. Does go down eventually as Arbid. He will find the Jakiro, and he will take down the Jakiro. Going to be feeling much more confident to start roaming around the map and trying to find pickoffs. In fact, he may find MNZ right now. In fact, never mind. They want to go after Centaur again. And with all these nets coming in, he's got nowhere to go. And Ramses with the Whirling Death just finishes the job off. Though, looks like mid lane, they may find one in the form of Arteezy. He's falling rather low. He almost ended up finding MNZ. In fact, never mind Arteezy, still surviving throughout all this. Jewel Breath will come through, but he's just running forward. He doesn't care. Ice Path will eventually take him down, but at what cost? Man, this Battle Fury, I mean, it's looking to be around, you know, that 19-20 minute mark.
Not great.
It's not the worst we've ever seen, but it isn't really great either. It's very, very late. Not that you can blame him, though. Mid lane, Fly does get caught in the Ice Path, does get taken down. Ramses, he wants to keep going as Arbid is there to help. Again, they jump on Leo style, while Ramses, he goes after the Centaur. Leo, he just melts. MJ...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Have another kill on the Meepo, and look at this, he's going for more. He sees MJZ, he's not quite close enough to go after the Jakiro with the net, but what does it matter? You've got full control over this map, and they are going to push mid.
Yeah.
Just takes no damage, apparently, this Meepo.
That's
Mid rats going down very, very easily. No real contest.
They've still got the Aegis on Arbid as well, so all of this is fairly low risk for EG. And there's just nothing Thunder Predator can do.
Apparently they didn't finish game one fast enough, so they want to try and beat that record this time around. Arbid. Just going to keep whacking over on those bot tier 3s. Leo style. It's like, what do you do here if you're Thunder Predator, right? You've got to find a way to get in here. You got to find an opening, but EG, I mean, they're not giving them anything. Gee, they're just going to come forward. Smoke breaks on Leo style. They will not react. Oh, by Carapace, Impale, Leo style, he's just gone. Ice Path Macropile was there, but Arbid's not really taking that much damage, as now they may just turn around and go after MNZ. Nets not flying out yet, but well, here they are with those Mortimer's Kisses onto Matthew and MJZ, and my god, they're burning alive. And that's it. GG Warplay has been called. I cannot blame them whatsoever. It's a very rough game to try and go into, and well, I mean, we talked about it. They didn't have the counters for the Meepo. EG picked up the Meepo at 4th pick.